going on, guys? Today I wanted to give you a quick tour of my Moon Sugar Meadow. It's located northern elsewhere at the southern bit of the map here, as you can see, right there, about the center middle. It's a nice open build, so you can kind of do whatever you want with it. So I kind of ran with it. When you first come in, you're going to cross over the bridge here, and then it's going to open up into the meadow. And as you can see, I decided to put my Imperial Fort there. I wanted to kind of get away from the traditional house and housing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So I went with my inspiration as a Roman marching fort, similar to what you're seeing here. They're hastily made out of wood and tents, so that at the end of a long march they could set up, but then quickly tear it down if they needed to move. So that's what the inspiration is here today. This is the hill overlooking, kind of where you can get the best shots of it. As you can see, I surrounded it with barricades, spikes. It's got walls, towers. It's got siege engines, catapults, ballista, trebuchets all around it. Fairly decent defenses. Over there in the distance, you can see the Mundus Garden, which we'll hit up once we're done with the tour inside of the fort. As we come up on the approach, you'll see the front gate and the Imperial standards hanging there. Obviously, for any prisoners of war that are captured. In this case, it's the Porsche Soul Shriven. Alright, we're going to come in the front gate. Slow down a bit here so you can see what's going on. When you first walk in, you'll have a caravan of the locals bringing in some goods. Knowing her, probably stolen. Over here, we have the barracks, another smaller tent. This is for sleeping for the soldiers. Small cooking pit for them to hang out. Inside, you see the barracks with their backpack, broom, just some personal stuff. Their laundry hanging up. You come out here, across from the barracks and next to the caravan hitching post, we have the bank and the banker. So the soldiers can get paid. Then across the way from that, we have the hitching post. For the horses and the donkey, of course. Yes, he's loud. A little bit of feed for them. Next to that's the merchant, quartermaster for the Legion. Buy, sell, and trade. And we'll come to here. Here's another little central tent, just for housing soldiers. This was my crude attempt at making pikes. Need to adjust the knives in the future so they don't look so wonky. So spikes or shields and pikes. Inside the tent here, where the soldiers can sleep. She's on the way out. Some more pikes and shields over here. I did a better job with these pikes than the ones on the other side. They're a little bit more convincing. And then we use the coffin lid there for a shield. Here's the second gate with the rampart for the soldiers to stand watch, as you can see. Same over there. Alright, then we'll come in here. This is the clothing tent. Nothing special. Clothing workstation. The woodworking tent. And then you have the commander's tent here with the commander's horse out front. When you come inside, he's kind of got more personalized, bed by himself, nightstand, bathrobes, and his personal chest and a mirror. After leaving the commander's tent, we'll go over here to the jewel crafting and the enchanting tents, where they hold the enchanting and the jewel crafting stations. I have limited decorations in here, just stuff that's relevant for each one, but as you can see, there's a lot of parts here for this build, so I needed to cut corners where I could. The enchanting station. I'll probably end up getting rid of this clothing station because I have that one over there, but this one just kind of fit well with the alchemy station right here. Next to the alchemy station, you have the mess hall, the food, so the soldiers can come eat. As you can see, I made sure everything was either wood or cloth, with the exception of one thing which we'll get to. But that's just to note that the constructing this and taking it down when you're ready to move. Cart is the third gate leading out to the Mundus Garden, which we'll go down to in a second. In the center here, there's a bonfire. And then over here is the tent, which has all the shrines to the 8 divines. Because we are Imperials, and that is our Pantheon. As you can see, across the camp, along the perimeter, you'll see several guard towers. My intent here is once I get a few more house guests, grab a few more pathing around. Right now I only have 2. But they'll be pathing around, going up into the towers and such. Alright, this tent here is the command tent. This is where the commander and his officers can plan their next movement. Of course, you'll have several maps and such. All the normal accoutrements you would expect in a command tent. And then we'll move on from there. Another guard tower. This is the only exception I had as far as wood and cloth, the blacksmithing area. There's a lot of stone, but you kind of need that if you're going to have a blacksmithing station. Made sure I added a little bit of attention to detail with the smoke coming from the chimney of the blacksmith. Got the billows, swords laying around. Alright, and then next to that you have the transmute station. My storage boxes, and then next to that was the other outfit station I was talking about. And there's some new furnishings I want to add to it, so I'm going to have to move some stuff around because we are at max here. So that's it for the inside. We are going to run outside real quick. And I want to show you the Mundus Garden, and then we'll wrap this up. Alright, so we'll come out this gate here. Before we go over to the Mundus Garden, I just wanted to show you some more siege weapons outside for defense. Some more tents for soldiers. The trebuchets on the outside historically really don't make sense. Historically, trebuchets are used to laying siege to a castle and not defense. So I might end up removing the trebuchets, but they look good, especially with the Imperial banner hanging from them. Alright, over here is the Mundus Garden, where I have the Mundus stones, some trees. I thought it added a pretty cool flair. And then in the center of the Mundus Garden is the tribute to the late Abner Tharn, who in my opinion has one of the best story arcs and redemption stories in the Elder Scrolls Online.
You are listening to the wit and wisdom of Abner Tharn, battle mage and advisor to emperors. Argonians are an intriguing people. Their supposed connection to plant life needs further investigation.
Well, that pretty much wraps out my Imperial Fort / Roman marching camp. I'll do a quick outside overview. You can see
I wouldn't want to overstimulate your
the defenses that surround it. Pretty extensive.
Of my impactful.
Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'd appreciate it. And just bear with me the crudeness of the video. I literally have nothing set up as far as editing anymore, so that's all going to be a work in progress. I just wanted to get this out there. But I'll be having better videos in the future, so. But I do appreciate you guys coming out to take a look at it. Share it if you'd like.